the coolest sounds that you'll ever hear in jazz, especially on the guitar, is quartal harmony. You hear McCoy Tyner use it behind Coltrane, and it just has a vibe. Let's check it out. The first thing you need to understand is what stacked fourths are and how to do it. You take a scale and you just count 1, 2, 3, 4 from every degree, and you take that and make a chord with it. You do the same thing and the same thing again, you have 4 stacked fourths. So let's try. Here's C Dorian. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's my second note. I'm going to call that now 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That gives me that structure. I can repeat that process from the next degree of the scale. This is what I'm going to get. Something you might want to check out, just to clear up things in your own mind, is how to do it across 6 strings. So here's the entire. So this kind of thinking is super useful because it gives me the ability to harmonize each note in the key of B flat, regardless of which mode I'm using. So it could be B flat Ionian, C Dorian, D Phrygian, etc., etc. I just have a way of moving melodies and creating these structures behind them that sound pretty modern. But that's not really what McCoy Tyner does behind Coltrane. He always bangs this bass note on the piano, and we can emulate that on the guitar. I'm gonna take C and focus the sound around a C Dorian modality, and what I'm going to do is add a low G to it, just these 2 things. And that's gonna give me the ability to bang a low note, like kind of like a power chord. Now I can throw these sounds on top of that. Hear that? That's pretty cool. But that's really not the sound that he's using all the time. The sound of that music is very African. It's very pentatonic. So check this concept out. I'm going to take a C minor pentatonic, and now I'm going to harmonize it with fourths on the D, G, and B string underneath. That's the sound. Here's this. That's sort of home base for this kind of music. What I can do now is I can change one note inside that pentatonic, the B flat to the A, meaning the flat 7 to the 6, and then I get a different kind of pentatonic. Hear that sound? What is that scale? Well, instead of C minor pentatonic, I get a pentatonic with a 6 instead of a flat 7. That's really essential to that style. It's a brighter kind of sound. People always associate those kind of voicings I just played with Miles Davis. If you listen to So What, those 2 chords, what are they? Well, they're stacks of fourths with a third on top, which are beautiful to harmonize the 5th and 6th degree of that Dorian mode. Regardless of which one I choose, now I have the ability to move 2 scales up the neck. I can move that dominant pentatonic, it's F dominant pentatonic, create one sound, or just C minor pentatonic to create a darker, sadder sound. Pretty cool, right? Now I can mix that with all of those modal fingerings for Dorian if I just want to connect them, right? Another huge component in that style, and something McCoy Tyner does all the time to create tension, is sidestepping the fourths, a half step up, while keeping that bass note in place. It's a pretty cool sound. All the tension. You can use that for lines too. Here's your main box for C minor pentatonic, right in between these two stacks. Now I'm imagining these two stacks as the side step. And here's the pentatonic in between, that D flat minor. Right? Pretty cool sound. Another thing that's super cool that you can do is change the sound to the relative major by moving the bass note. So instead of C and G, I'm going to grab E flat and B flat, which is going to change the sound of everything to E flat major pentatonic. Check this out. Another really cool trick is using different scales to stack fourths, like melodic minor. Here's C melodic minor, stacked in fourths. I get this. So I can mix and match that sound to just dip into that melodic minor tonality, right? Pretty cool, mysterious kind of dark sound. Now I can also use that to create tension to move into that C minor by applying it to G altered, meaning the key of A flat melodic minor. So here are those voicings in A flat melodic minor, and now I'm gonna just use those sounds to pull me back to my fourths in C Dorian. So they create a sort of 5 chord that resolves here. But I'm just thinking about moving A flat melodic minor back to C Dorian. Hear that? Or, nice, right? So let's try to apply this concept to a minor blues that has just 4 chords: C minor, F minor, A flat 7, and G7. Now the C minor is going to draw from C Dorian, so I already learned all the sounds for it. Now on the F minor, I'm going to do the exact same thing, but in F Dorian. So I can just take fourths in F Dorian. On that A flat 7, I'm going to use things from E flat melodic minor. That's Lydian dominant, A flat Lydian dominant. And then finally on G7, I'm going to use the sounds from A flat melodic minor, which gives me G altered. Now let's put it all together. I know that this is an overwhelming subject, but if you join our Patreon, I pinky promise you that you're going to get it. We made a full course, it's tabbed out, it's laid out for you. It's going deep into every scale that the fourths can come from with examples, so please join the Patreon family there. Also subscribe, like the video, and we'll see you next time.